Hi everybody. We've been working with meter as we have been reading Ovid, and I'd like to show you some tips for making sure that when we scan lines we make fewer mistakes. So first of all, let's start off with the idea that hexameter, obviously with the hex it has 6 feet. Each line can be broken into 2 types of feet, either the dactyl, which is represented by a long syllable and then 2 short syllables, or a spondy, which is 2 long syllables in a row. So every foot in a hexameter line has the potential to be either a dactyl or a spondy, the exception of the 6th foot, which won't really be an issue for us. For instance, we have 6 feet. All of them can either be broken into a dactyl, which is a long, short, short, or a spondy, which is a long, long. Okay. The question is, for us, how do we tell if a syllable is long or short? And that's really the key. In order to determine that, we need to scan the line. Scansion, this is the technical term for the process of determining whether a syllable is either long or short. And once you know, you can then divide the line into 6 metrical units. So let's try, this is the best strategy, let's try to determine if a syllable is long. Because if it's long, it's not short. Yes, this is the epitome of the logical exercise. Remember, what is the color of the white horse? It's white. What is the color of the red brick? It is red. What is the same as the present? The present. What's before the present? The past. It's the same as the past as the past. Before the past is the pluperfect. Anyway, you guys get it. There are 3 reasons a syllable can be long. Okay, they can be long by nature or by position. Reason number 1, a long syllable contains a long quality vowel. The word nauta has a long mark over the A, therefore it is long. A long syllable may also consider a diphthong. There you go, a diphthong, 2 vowels pronounced together. The ow in nautai and the I in nautai are both diphthongs. They are both long. And I should note that the UE in que is not considered a diphthong, and sometimes the UI in qui as well, unless there would be a long mark there. The 3rd reason is a syllable could be considered long when followed by 2 or more consonants. For instance, noctem. In noctem, the O is definitely long because it is followed by a CT. If we had the word noctemque, the E would also be long in noctem because it would be followed by M and Q. The 4th thing that you can use as a clue is this. For each line, start with the knowledge that the first syllable is always long, and the last 5 syllables make up a dactyl and a spondy. And I mentioned already that a trochee, for our purposes, won't really matter, which is a long short. So this is how it will be written. Every single line in Latin hexameter, I should say every single one, 99.9% of the lines in hexameter are going to look like this. The E, first E in expectare is long, and then the last 5 syllables are verbare mitat. Okay, let's practice. Let's take these 3 lines. Let's start with Musa mihi causas memora quo numine laiso. We start with the knowledge that the first syllable is long, the last 5 syllables make up a dactyl, and then either a spondy or a trochee. Here it's definitely a spondy because the O in lyso is long. So we have mu, and musa is long, and numine lyso. All right, let's add in the rest of the long syllables. Let's start with long vowels. The I in mihi, the A in causas, the A in memora, the O in quo. Okay, other strategies. Let's find any diphthongs. That would be the cow in causas. There are no other long syllables here, which means the rest are short. And when we divide the line up, what do we have? Musa mihi causas memora quo numine lyso. Excellent. Let's try another one. All right, once again, starting with the knowledge that the first syllable is long, and the last 5 syllables make up a dactyl, and again a spondy here. So id is long, and Saturnia belli. Okay. Try to find the other long vowels or long syllables. Where might they be? Find all the long vowels, find all the diphthongs, and remember that the UE in que is not going to be a diphthong. Find all the vowels that are followed by two consonants. And what do you have? The ENS, which are isque, memor, and sa. Good. Everything else must be short. And there you have it. Id metuens veterisque memor Saturnia belli. Try the third one on your own. Remember, the TAN, tantai, must be long first syllable. The last 5 syllables make up the dactyl and either the spondy, although here gentem, either a spondy or a trochee. The last syllable won't matter. Which vowels are long? Which ones have a long mark? Where are the diphthongs? And where are the vowels followed by two consonants? This is what we end up with. Tantai mollis erat Romanam condere gentem. So difficult, so much weight it was to found the Roman race. Well done, Doctor Putat, bene factum.